over a week overdue in locking my Eddie Gives Back VR entries. I meant to do this video last Monday, put up the list of entrants, and just got busy or lazy or both. Part of it was my previous video was doing so well, I didn't want to upload a new one, because you and I both know that a new video usually kills the other one. And I wanted to squeeze a little more life out of it, because I put a lot of time and editing into it, and it seems to have helped a friend. So I didn't want that to go away just yet. But as of right now, 12:16 p.m. Pacific on Monday, February 12th, VRs are locked. So, for Eddie Gives Back, here is a list of the VR entrants. There's a good chance that I missed a few of you, especially since I did a poor job of keeping track of new videos after the initial date in which I was going to lock. So take a look at this, and if you made a VR prior to that time I just mentioned, let me know. I hope to do this on Thursday, which would mean a Friday morning upload. I am waiting for, I want to get paid for one more print first, so I have a little more spending cash for the customized prize. So, yeah, that's it. So those are the VR entries. And then here is everyone that commented for that third prize, which is the Lunchbox of Mystery. These are the commenters that commented on their Can't Miss channel. And if it fit easily on the page here, I just put who the channel was so we could see that. If there was multiple, there was no way for me to reasonably get it on there, so I just put multiple. But comments are obviously also locked. So if you made a comment prior to right now, that time I mentioned, and you mentioned who your Can't Miss channels were, let me know, because I missed you, and we can get you on here before Thursday or Friday morning. So that takes care of that bit of business. But since I got this thing rolling here, and I like talking so much, I figured I would just keep going here, letting you know what's going on with my channel and my collection and my life and everything. And one thing I wanted to touch on is the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. And that's because I am really, really honored at the amount of support I got. 26 votes, which, and I've said a couple times, I've never made it like my goal to get in the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, but my goal is to share my collection and to do so efficiently and effectively, so it's entertaining and interesting to other people. And if I'm doing a good job of that, it would seem to me that I would get some YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame votes. And the more votes, the more effectively, seemingly, I am doing those things. So I believe last year, I think I got 9 years. And then under the old rules, I was eligible, but I think there might have been one, I don't even remember. That is tremendous. There's 26 people who have me as like essentially one of their top 10 channels that they go to, and that's incredible. Just that is enough to keep me going. I'm approaching year 5 here on YouTube, and there's no reason to stop, because this is the platform that I'm able to effectively share my collection. And I tried so many before YouTube, and I did forums and Facebook and a few other things, Twitter a little bit, and there was just something missing. And I think the video element and the comments combined, and the relationships I've formed through email and text, I think it just ties all the ends together for what I'm looking for when I do hobby things. And I got nowhere else to be. I'm not going anywhere, and I appreciate all of you. And I know there's people that probably would have wanted to vote for me that couldn't, because that was true of me for sure. And the one final thought I had on this YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, I watched the acceptance speeches, and Jimmy Guns made a tremendous point that if somebody voted for you, you're in their YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. And I just think it seems so simple and obvious, but yeah, you're in their YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame if they voted for you. So channels that got 1 or 2, if you're newer, maybe you didn't get any votes. But I promise you, when you hear your name just one time, each time you hear it after that, it's just as meaningful as that one time. And you're blown away at some of the channels. Like, there's channels that voted for me that I didn't even knew I was a thing. Or they don't comment on my videos. Maybe they watch mobilely, and here they're just having a great time watching my content. I don't even know it, right? I don't comment on every video. I'd love to, but I watch videos mobile. I watched Big Scott live stream this morning as a playback of a live, and it was just a great baseball conversation. But because I'm still mobile, like, I have to go home, remember that I watched that, log into my laptop. This is for ease of commenting. I don't like typing on my phone. Log in, go in, and say, hey, I really enjoyed this. I hope I remember to do it. Because Big Scott and I haven't had a lot of interactions, but I think he's great, and I need to make a point to tell him that, even if I'm not voting for him for the Hall of Fame. So I believe I've beat the Hall of Fame to death here. But the point is, it's really a great thing. Even, like I said, I don't have to get in. I don't have to ever get in. But 26 of you, I'm in your Hall of Fame. That's really cool. And thank you. And I'm really, really honored. This is kind of the next segment, just general channel updates. I don't have a ton of cards coming in right now, as I'm sort of on a bit of a spending freeze. I'm trying to save up for Beckett Special when they do half off baseball, to get some authentication, some cards slabbed up. And it's not going great, but I'm saving for that. And so whatever I'm spending, I'm just getting kind of some nickel and dime cards, with 2 exceptions. I won an eBay gift card from Hugo, Signs of the Pastime. And I spent that, and I got a really cool card, and I want to reveal it, but I'm waiting for conditions to be such so I can do it the way I want to do it. And life is busy, so hopefully that happens soon. And then I won a really cool card from Cases Loaded with Dan Wilson. If you were on that live stream, you were there. That was an interesting thing that happened on that day. It was 2 Thursdays ago, so let's call that, I don't know, 10, 11 days, 12 days. And it was really interesting because I got some really bad personal news about a half hour before that. And oh, it was the same day that the results, the Hall of Fame results, were announced. Because I got, like I said, I got some bad personal news, which is this thing for another time. It's probably something that will be coming up eventually. But yeah, the Hall of Fame votes came out, and I was on a high from that. And then I got my bad news, and then I won this Babe Ruth card, this Babe Ruth bat card from Dan Wilson. And I think it's at my P.O. box now, which is where I'm headed. But I'll do a reveal for that too. And those are really the two cards I've got that are, other than that, it's like a little bit of TTM material that doesn't warrant its own video. Or maybe even a video at all until it's signed. So you're not going to see a lot of cards for a while unless they're parts of a VR. Which I do have a backlog of VRs to do. So that's coming down the pipe. The other thing that's going on right now is I have an art piece that I really want to finish soon. And when I'm making lots of card videos, you know, it takes up space. I got stuff everywhere. I'm not good at putting things away right away. And it just sort of clashes with my materials for when I'm making an art piece. So I guess what I'm getting at is I'm prioritizing, other than those VRs, the art over card videos. So at this point I'm rambling. There's one more thing I did want to mention. If you're still with me, first off, God bless you. You really do like this channel. I got a great compliment the other day, and I should have rolled this into like the Hall of Fame conversation. But I just remember this happened. Somebody had made a comment. It was something like, I didn't realize how much fun this channel was, or I forgot how fun this channel was. Something like that. And that was really a tremendous compliment, because that's one of the main things I aim for. It's important to me that I'm educating where I can, and I want things to look nice, like aesthetically. Like I want my lighting to be nice. I want the camera, you know, the lens not to be blurry because I got finger grease on it, so on and so forth. You know, I want it to sound nice. But beyond, you know, just presenting cards, doing a good job of presenting cards, pardon me, and wanting it to look nice and sharing the knowledge, I want people to have a good time when they're watching the channel. And yeah, some videos are more serious than others. Some are just like, hey, here's some cards. And others are, you know, have more of a comedy flair to them, or satire. John Mangini versus Santa Claus was one. That was one of my favorites. I did a video last year that was probably my favorite video I've ever recorded. But at the time, I just didn't have a lot of clout going on. I didn't. I don't know. It's kind of at a lull as far as like getting new subscribers and everything. So I don't know that a lot of people got to see it, but it was basically like fake sponsors. Like, yeah, these companies want to sponsor me, and I had created fake things that are ridiculous and insane. But I still, you know, treated it like if it was a real scenario. And that was the most fun. That was probably the most fun video I've ever done. And I'd like to do more stuff like that, but I just, of course, I don't always have the ideas. But when I do, I try to do that. So that was a great compliment to me. That it's a fun channel, because that's something I want to keep going. And I think that's all I had to talk about. I wanted to talk about a little bit about my card goals, but man, I'm saving up for this Beckett submission, and then after that, I'm focusing on the National. And I'm really trying to shut my saved searches down and all this off of eBay, because I don't want to see something now that I have to have for $300 and then not have the $300 at the National. So you're just going to see tons of VRs probably, and I've been winning giveaways, so let's keep that going. And I guess that's it. Please go back, make sure you're on the list for the VRs if you did that, or the comments. Email me below. My email's in every upload in the description. So yeah, make sure you do that. Until next time, remember, we don't count subscribers, we count friends.